Hi, my name's Jay and welcome to my channel. In 2023, me and my family bought a rural cottage with 10 acres in the beautiful Welsh mountains. We plan to renovate our home, rewild the land, grow our own food and generally live a more sustainable life, all whilst having fun along the way. If you're new here, why not click subscribe, follow our journey and escape to rural Wales. Hi you guys, welcome back to North Wales, hope you're all well. So in today's video I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on my Defender. For those of you who have been watching my channel since the start, you'll remember that I had a few issues with it in the past and I've been kind of working on it here and there. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've done a video, so I thought I'd give you just a general update on where we're at with it. There's still a long way to go, there always is with Defenders. For those of you who own one, you'll know this. But yeah, I'll give you a rundown of what we've done so far, what the current sort of issues are, and what I'll be doing hopefully in the not too distant and distant future. So yeah, let's begin. So I'll give you a little bit of a tour of it. So this Defender is a 1989 turbo diesel, so 2.5 litre NA, so it's the J19 engine. It's also got the LT77 gearbox in it. So for those of you who are enthusiasts, you'll know what I'm talking about here. So when I got it from Leeds, and the number plate is EY, which is Anglesey. Now many years ago, the Defender was actually designed on Anglesey, and I was living on Anglesey at the time. And when I saw it with that number plate, I thought to myself, oh, I've got to get that, I've got to bring it home. So I drove all the way to Leeds, picked it up and brought it home. Now, one of the main issues that comes with Defenders, as you guys will probably know, is the chassis. The chassis wasn't in a good condition at all. So I actually had a new chassis put on it, one of the galvanised chassis. So if you just have a look down here, you'll see it's a galvanised chassis. So you can see it here, and I'll show you just underneath here as well. So you can see it's a galvanised chassis. It's not a cheap job, but if you get the galvanised chassis, it just means that it will last indefinitely, which is good. So I thought it's worth doing, just as a starter. So we got that done. Also, another thing that I got done as well, because it was the TD version, and I'll be using this as my main vehicle, I had a 200 TDI engine fitted into it. So I went onto eBay and managed to pick one up for a reasonable price, and I had a 200 TDI retrofitted. So really good job. I'll name drop the people who did it. It's Llyn Land Rover Services down in Pwllheli in North Wales. And yeah, they did it for me. They took a little while to do. It was a couple of weeks, but I've been really impressed with it ever since. Beforehand, we were going at about 55 to 60 miles an hour, which was a little bit of a drag. But as I say, because I was using this as my main vehicle, I wanted to be able to go at 70 miles an hour on the motorway. And we can now comfortably, which is good. It's just really transformed the vehicle. So for those of you who buy a Defender, actually, if I was to get one now, I probably wouldn't have got the 2.5 TD. 200 TDI onwards, I would strongly recommend that you get, because especially if you're going to use it as your main car. If you want to use it as a kind of a show car, and you want to sort of keep it original, yeah, fine, get the 2.5 TD J19 engine, but if you want to use it, as I say, for your main car, get 200 TDI onwards. And these engines are bulletproof as well, they'll last forever. So that's that. Now this vehicle was on an estate for many years, and it was just botched, and they just kept it running, and they didn't really take care of it. You can see here the paintwork is pretty shoddy, so this is something that I need to be doing in the future. So I will be working on the paintwork. One thing that I have done is I've put a new rear door on the vehicle. Now beforehand it was just a crappy old one, and this handle was covered, so I couldn't actually get into the back of the car from the outside. So what I did is I bought a galvanized rear door. It's actually got the heating elements in it as well, which doesn't come in the TD versions. So my plan is in the future I'll be getting a heated rear window, because in the winter driving these things, they get so misty. This is definitely something that you need. But yeah, so what I did was I spray painted it, and I basically did it with cans, you know, and it took me a couple of days, but yeah, it turned out quite nice, and it now is spot on. So I've got the carrier, the wheel carrier as well. I need to actually get a wheel for it, but yeah, I was really pleased with this. As I say, the paint job turned out really nice, and I've gone for Keswick green as well, which is one of the traditional Land Rover colours of this time. So the plan is in future I'll paint the rest of it. I just need to get enough time to do it, really. But yeah, so that was a job that I did quite recently, and I'm pretty impressed with it, and it turned out really nice. So yeah, you can see as well I fitted one of these sort of gas powered rear door openers, just so that I can open the door like so. So yeah, pretty impressed with that. Now just to take you inside, a lot of what you can see inside is original. Let me jump in. So it's got the original seats, as you can see, which I love. I love this checkered effect. It's got all of the original dash. It smells like a Defender. It reminds me of my dad's car when I was a kid. I used to get into it and it just smelled of oil all the time. It's just a wonderful smell, you know, very nostalgic, you know. But there's a few switches here for things that they've added over the years. My plan will be to take this off and get a new one and just restore it. It heats using this switch at the moment, so the heating isn't working, so I need to get that repaired at some point. Another thing that isn't working is the reverse light. This used to be the switch. As you know, it's meant to engage when you put it into reverse, but that broke at some time in the past, and they put in a switch here. But what I'd like to do eventually is get that restored. I'll put this door card on and I'll replace this window. I did that in a past video, so if you go back and have a look, you'll see me doing that job. But as you can see on the other side here, I just need to do this door as well. I've got the door card, it's just getting around to doing it. Yeah, so that's everything in the front here. I've also got a cigarette ashtray. Now, I don't smoke. I don't intend to use it at all, but apparently there's not many of these around, so I want to keep it in there, you know, and just keep it as it should have been when it was first built, as best I can. So yeah, that's that. I'll just take you into the back as well. So as I've got 2 young children and a family, what I wanted to do was get some seats in the back. Now, I went on eBay and I found these Puma seats. Now, as you know, the Pumas come with seats in the back. So somebody was selling these and I picked them up for a pretty good price. And what I essentially did, if you just come here, now because the rear cab has kind of like a box effect across, you can buy these which allow you to put these seats in the back so that they fit. So I bought these online from, I think, Land Rover parts, or one of the Land Rover resellers, and yeah, riveted it in, and it's really thick, so it's very, very sturdy. And now I've got these seats which look fantastic. Yeah, they fold out nicely. I'll show you this side, it's probably a bit better. So I've got the child seats in there, and yeah, so it's looking really, really good in the back. Didn't take long to fit, but yeah, they've turned out really, really nicely. So the plan is in the future, what I'd like to do is take the family out for holidays in it, maybe take the caravan. Yeah, for me, having 4 seats in it was really, really important. But yeah, I've still got the side benches as well, but you know, the seats I'll keep forever. So another thing that I do want to do is, as you can see, the centre bulkhead here. So there's the front bulkhead, and then there's this centre bulkhead here. You can essentially get kind of like a kit to reduce the height of it, just so that I can reach back to the kids, and it just makes it a little bit spacious inside, and you can move the seats back slightly as well. So a lot of it I want to keep original, but some of it I want to bring back, you know, into the future a little bit. But that's one thing I'm going to do as well. So yeah. So I think in the past this has been a pickup, because there's evidence of that. You've got, usually there's sort of like an angled sort of plate here diagonally that goes across, but I think that previously this has been covered because this was the previous door which came sort of halfway. So I think that it's been pieced together with other Defender parts over the years. And as well, the body is a little bit warped, which happens over time. When I first got it, these doors had dropped a little bit quite low. So as you can see, the doors have been shut, and they're bashed onto the side here so many times that the door's slightly warped. So it is what it is with these Defenders. I'd like to eventually sort of take it apart and sort of put it back together and try and fix all of that. But that's something for the long-term future. It's not something that I'm going to do now. But I think what I'll do is I'll just get rid of this paint and give it a spray paint, put its Keswick green, and then that will be kind of a long-term project for me. Yeah. Another thing is, I think somebody had tried to restore this Defender. If you come and have a look back into the body, you'll see that this snorkel isn't actually hooked up, and it wasn't before with the previous engine as well. So this is it here. So this should be attached to that. Now on this old Defender, they didn't actually come with a snorkel, I don't believe, as a standard. So I would like to get rid of this snorkel myself, which is something I'm going to do very, very soon. I've been told the bulkhead, the main bulkhead, is actually okay for now, but that will be a job for the future as well. So yeah, there's a lot to do with these Defenders. They can be a very, very costly exercise, but if you look after them, they'll run forever. So yeah, that's it. That's the plans. Please share your thoughts. Let me know what you think. If you've got any advice or anything like that that you want to share, please feel free to comment. And yeah, if you want to follow my channel, most of this channel is about homesteading in North Wales and some building work, restoring land, rewilding, gardening. But yeah, feel free to like and subscribe. So, thanks guys, see you soon.